China just told America to basically fuck off, and a Chinese ship just sailed straight past the American warships that are meant to be blockading the Strait of Hormuz. Well, so this makes sense, and the actual embarrassment to the US becomes obvious. You need to know what the US is currently doing. Well, in an attempt to try and stop Iran from blocking the Strait of Hormuz, the US has now sent warships into it to block it themselves. As well as that, the US is clearing the mines that are in the Strait of Hormuz, but they're also choosing which ships are allowed to pass through and which aren't. Coincidentally, the only ships the Americans are allowing to pass through is ships that work with the Americans. But now that a sanctioned Chinese ship has passed through without the US doing anything, it might change everything. Although I will say that the chance of this blockade actually even holding up for very long is pretty low. Polymarket predicts there's just a 61% chance that this American blockade will last until even the end of this month. The reason for that, though, is because now that this Chinese ship has sailed straight through the blockade, all of the other countries are going to follow suit. Specifically today, a Chinese oil tanker passed through the straits. This oil tanker was actually sanctioned by the Americans, and they told China that if it sails through the strait and past their blockading warships, they will hijack it. The only problem is China didn't listen to the US's threats, and it decided to sail through and see what happens. Well, the US, rather than hijacking the ship as they said they would, decided not to, and they let it sail straight through. And not only is this a big embarrassment to the US because it shows that their threats don't mean much, but it's also likely that other countries, which are also sanctioned, won't listen either, because it suggests that the US doesn't want to hijack anyone's ship. And so it's likely the Strait of Hormuz is going to reopen, because the American blockade now is going to fall to pieces, as other countries see the US actually isn't that scary. And so, as it progresses and America just gets more and more embarrassed, leave me a follow, because I'm going to keep you up to date on this stuff, and this is stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else.